So a couple of years ago, we decided to get an air purifier for our home for several reasons. It was actually a friend of mine named Joe, hi Joe, who recommended that we get an air purifier. He kind of coaxed me into it. He had an air purifier back then, and he introduced me to this world of these machines that would actually clean up the air that you breathe. So we decided to get one for a couple of reasons. First, we were expecting our first baby, and we wanted her to have a clean environment to grow up in. Then next, we were moving to a smaller condominium unit, which is gonna be very difficult to, it's gonna get stuffy and it's gonna be difficult to clean the air, especially when you're cooking. There's gonna be a lot of smoke, and the air purifier was gonna help with that. And then we also wanted to make sure that the air was pollution free for health reasons. I myself have allergic rhinitis, so for those of you who have any respiratory health issues, when you breathe air and it feels heavy, it just doesn't feel too good. So when Realme told me that they're gonna start selling the Realme air purifier in the Philippines, I got super excited, and for one good reason. COVID, right? Coronavirus is a virus and it's airborne. It's a respiratory disease. And so the quality of the air that we breathe is even more important now more than ever. And so with that, I present to you the Realme TechLife Air Purifier. We have it right here. It's gonna be launching in a couple of days, and I think I can already reveal the price. It's going to be priced at close to 6,000 pesos. It's 5,990 pesos in the Philippines. That makes it one of the most affordable air purifiers that you can get. So looking at the box right here, my initial reaction was that, wow, this thing is quite huge. So I can't wait to see what's inside. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's the box and it's printed right here. What we have is the Realme TechLife Air Purifier. So there's a illustration of what it looks like inside. The model is RMH 2019. Color is white. So here you go. And there are several features right here at the bottom. High CAGR of 330 meters squared. I'm guessing that's the amount of air that it can move. 5 wind mode settings, high precision air quality sensor, HEPA H12 high efficiency filter, comfortable sleep mode, intelligent automatic gear. All right, let's do this. There you go, abracadabra. Okay, so here you have it. At the top, the first thing that we'll see is the user guide right here. Okay, so over here, guys, I just wanted to show you the components of the Realme Air Purifier, as well as the contents of the package. As you can see, you have a control panel, air quality indicator, air quality sensor, HEPA filter, pre-filter, and the front cover. So now we're gonna be taking it out, guys. Wow, all right, so this is what the main unit looks like. I'd say it weighs around 10 to 15 kilos. Here you have the TechLife logo, Realme TechLife. Right here, nice looking logo. So here's the top panel. You have several controls. You have the timer right here. You have the power button. You have the operation settings, dedicated button for auto, for night mode. Not sure what this is. And this is what I'm guessing is the fan speed. At the bottom, we have the power rating. Says here that the Realme air purifier operates at around 68 watts of power, and you can see it right here. Alright guys, so here's the plug. So as you can see, it uses the flat US standard, which is also the standard being used in the Philippines. We're just gonna go ahead and plug this in. So I just plugged in the Realme Air Purifier and it made that beeping sound. We're gonna go ahead and press the power button. Oh, okay, there it goes. Whoa. So by default, it's running on auto. And the fan speed is currently set to 1. And now we're gonna try to set it to sleep mode or night mode, whatever you call this button. Okay, so now it's running on night mode, but the noise is still the same as when it was running on speed 1. So guys, since I don't really have 2 hours to test the automatic shut off timer, according to the manual, it will automatically turn off after 2 or 4 or 8 hours, whichever setting you choose. So I just wanted to talk about the air quality monitor, which you can see right here. It's this blinking light or this steady light right here. Currently, it's colored green, which means that our air quality in the room is quite good. So it's gonna turn red or orange depending on the air quality. And according to the manual, green is good air quality, orange is moderate air quality, and red is bad air quality. So one of the things that I would like to test as I use this is to see how quickly it can clean or cycle the air, especially in the kitchen while we're cooking. So guys, earlier there's this thing right here which I wasn't sure what it does. So I went ahead and checked the manual, and apparently it's a sensor or an indicator light that tells you when it's time to change the filter. So now we're gonna turn it off and we're gonna open it up to see what the filter actually looks like. So this is what appears to be the pre-filter. And okay, this is embarrassing because apparently the HEP filter is still wrapped in plastic. So we've been using the air filter without the HEP filter as it should. So here is the HEPA filter or the HEPA filter. So now we're gonna open it up. Here is the HEPA filter for the Realme Air Purifier. So there's a label to clearly mark which one goes to the front and which side goes to the back. Taking a look at the fan of the Realme Air filter, you can see that the blower is right here. And it sucks in air from the side. The dirty air goes out from the top, from the vents right here, because there are no vents at the back. So there's a sticker right here that tells you how to change the filter. And there's a guide that tells you what the colors on the light of the air quality monitor stands for. Before we replace the air filter, we're gonna try to turn it on just to see how it works. Right now it's running at fan speed 2. Now it's at fan speed 1. And I can feel air being sucked by the blower right here. Okay, and I can feel air coming out from the top. Okay, so now we're gonna put back the air filter and turn it on. So now I have the Realme Air Purifier running without the cover and without the pre-filter. It's just the filter. And I can feel air moving in the filter area. What do you think of the sound? I think it is much... Okay, it just changed. Okay, it just changed because we are in auto mode, and now it's running at fan speed 1, and I think it's much quieter, right? Don't you think? Now I'm gonna change to fan speed 2. Alright, so this is the noise at fan speed 2. Can you hear it? Let's change it to fan speed 3. Wow. Wow. That's so powerful. And I can really feel the air. Let's bring it back to fan speed 2. Or fan speed 1 rather. Wow. Big difference, right? So at fan speed 1, there's a slight hum, but I think it's pretty silent for the most part. It's not something that's gonna wake you up. You can sleep through it. What do you think? So to take it out, you just have to push the top portion and it's gonna release. Put it back. You just press and that's it. It snaps into place. Okay, so several observations about the Realme Air Purifier. The outside, the overall build quality of the product looks good. It's simple, it's not too flashy, and that has been the design language and the philosophy of Realme, and I appreciate it. It's a little big than what I'm used to seeing. There are bigger air purifiers out there. This isn't the biggest air purifier, but it's not that heavy and you can easily move it around just by carrying it. And one of the things that come with a bigger unit is that it should be able to move more air because you have a bigger fan. It's nice to have a manual control panel at the top so you can just change it. Unfortunately, there is no smart app integration, so this product doesn't have smart features. It doesn't have Wi-Fi, although you can manually set the timer for 2, 4, or 8 hours. You can't fine-tune it and you can't go beyond 8 hours. There's a air quality monitor, but it doesn't tell you the exact PM value. So for those of you who may not be too familiar with air quality standards, there's this standard called PM, that's particle matter. I think that's what it stands for. And the lower the PM value that you have, the cleaner or the less particles there are in the air. So for example, if you cook, that PM value is gonna go up because of all the particles from the smoke when you are cooking. And if you open the windows, that PM value is also gonna rise because of the pollution and all the air particles coming from outside. So you just have an indicator light that tells you if the quality of air is bad or moderate or good. So green, orange, or red. It's one of the things that I would like to know later on if there is a replacement filter that you can get for the Realme Air Purifier, and I'd like to know how much. So okay, so right now we don't really know if Realme plans to sell the filters or the HEPA filters separately. But from what I've seen so far, it appears to be made of simple and inexpensive materials, which I think is gonna work in favor for owners of the Realme Air Purifier, because that's one of the more expensive maintenance items that you have to keep replacing. It can cost you thousands of pesos. I think Joe's model, the guy who got me into air purifiers, just the replacement filter cost him 3,000 pesos, and he has to replace it around twice a year. So one filter every 6 months, that's around 6,000 pesos for the entire year. So I'm really hoping that the air filter on the Realme Air Purifier is not gonna cost that much. But the most important thing to remember when you're getting an air purifier is the ability to actually clean the air. And so far, from what I've observed, the Realme Air Purifier has a very strong and powerful blower. And you can actually feel, like right now, it's running on speed 1, and I can really feel a lot of air coming out from the top. So this is something that I have to observe. Unfortunately, like I said, there is no digital indicator for our air quality. It just says that it's good, right? It's colored green. But what is the PM value? I have no idea. So I'm gonna go and observe and see how quickly it can clean the air, especially if we're cooking or if we open the windows. Okay, you know what, guys? Let's do a test before we end this video. I'm gonna open the windows and let's see how quickly the air purifier reacts or cleans the air, okay? Okay, guys, so I just opened the windows in the room, and so far the light hasn't changed. Still tells me that we have good air quality. So this is something that we have to observe as time goes by. Do you guys have any questions about the Realme Air Purifier? Drop them in the comment section and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. This has been Tech Kuya. See you guys in the next video. Paalam! Hello? Hello? Realme? Hello? Hello? Tao po.